Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Blockland. Blockland is listed as an action game on Steam, but I don't feel that really as if that applies, because the game, first off and foremost, plays more almost like an FPS, but even that, I don't feel it falls into the FPS genre, and the reason for that is we'll get into a little bit more later. The game was developed by Eric Hartman, and it was published by Blockland LLC. The game was originally released February 2007, being a little bit of an older game, but after spending a year on Greenlight and being greenlit, the game was released on Steam December 2013. The game is available for purchase for $9.99. You can go ahead and get this game right now. Now, when I said the game didn't really have a genre, what I meant by that was that the game isn't exactly a game. There's obviously gameplay elements, which you will see here in a bit. But what I meant more is Blockland is more of a creator more than anything else. Matter of fact, it's basically like playing with Legos in a digital space, where you don't have to buy countless Lego sets to build what you want. Here you can just build it, play with it however you like, and that's basically it. You can also program, and there's also a feature to kind of program your blocks to interact and do things in different ways, which is how the creation aspect of this all goes down. But I'm going to show you some of the maps here really quick. But first, before I get that, I just want to show you some of the other features. There is obviously you can manipulate your, I guess you could say your minifigure or whatever the hell they're called, your block person. And there's a lot of customization in this game is what I guess I'm trying to say. A lot of customization here. There's different kinds of faces, different kinds of shirts, different kinds of body styles. You name it, there's there. You can choose if you have a favorite style costume, you want to switch costumes, you can do that. And what this all serves the purpose for is there's a bit of a role-playing community here, and you could actually switch your outfit depending on whatever you like. But that's just one small aspect to it all. That's kind of neat, I think. You can add clan tags, you can change the color set. Pretty much any color in the rainbow you can come up with is here, which is also really, really sweet. But more than that, the single-player mode of this game is not, I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. What I'm going to say is that Blockland was not meant to be played alone. You can play it alone. You can go and kind of, there is a place where you can start building things, which is, I think, right over free build right here, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and show you free build really quick so that give you an idea of what I'm saying, how you can build blocks and change them and manipulate them in any way you like. And this is kind of the base foundation of the game, more than anything else. So you kind of end up in this, obviously, well, very Lego-esque looking land, basically covered in green tiles. And you could build pretty much any kind of tile you want, as long as you want. 1x3, 1x4, 1x18, for God's sakes. And then you add that to your, I guess you could say, your hot bar down here. And then you're like, okay, well, I want to put this block down. Then you kind of zap it into place. And then through the manipulation of the number pad, you can alter its position, its height, its position, all that, and then eventually, of course, actually place your block and then move along. And this is how you kind of build your environments more and more as you go along. As you can see, there you go. It's to be honest with you, oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's very intuitive the way that the entire thing works. Let's see, there? No, maybe? Maybe, how about higher? There we go. And then you could walk up to it, basically, click on it, destroy it, whatever you like. And then you could build more and more blocks. And to be honest with you, I'm not much of a creator. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of suck at creation, actually, to be honest with you. I have an imagination, but I just don't have the, I guess you could say, patience for creation, as it were. More than that, though, what eventually, with this wrench tool, what you can do is once you click on something like that, you are given, I guess you could say, kind of like a scripting events menu, which you can apply to certain bricks to interact with different things, which is how the creation of the game essentially takes place, is with this wrench and you clicking on things and kind of applying scripts to things. This tool, I do believe, is just, I don't know what this tool is exactly for, to be honest with you. Other than it shoots out a cool sound wave and it looks neat. I don't really know what else it does. But okay, that's how you build things essentially. And it's kind of difficult to start. There definitely is a learning curve here. But eventually, once you learn the ins and outs of creation here, you can start building some pretty epic stuff. And I'm going to show you some of that right now. I don't know why every time I press the escape button, it takes a screenshot. I don't know if that's a fault on my part or if it's a game. I have no idea, but it's just something that's going to be doing for a while. So anyways, like I said, you can build just about any type of game style. There is climbing to the top of a mountain is a game style, for God's sakes. Pirate ships, deathmatch style as a game type. Rampaging, destroying a city is a type of game type. Go-karting. Like I said, it's a creation tool. You can make pretty much whatever it is you want. It's almost like Gary's mod in a weird way. Just you can make anything you want. And not only can you create whatever you want, you can share it with the community. There's user-generated content. So, how do you access that user-generated content? Well, that would be through the multiplayer feature of this game, which is right here, which is what you're looking at. And I'm not going to show you that today because, well, there's a lot of content here, and I couldn't necessarily just pick just one to show you. But as you can see, there's just probably right here a few hundred players probably on. Maybe 150 at the most. But this basically is every player created content is what I'm trying to say. This has all been created by the players, changed, and scripted all by the players. And every time you click on one of these things, you go to join them, you will actually download their map. And then you can go ahead and jump into their world and play with other players. And whatever scripts they've set up, whatever style of game they have, you can play. Which is where this game shines. It shines in the multiplayer aspect. If you're not into multiplayer, if you're not into creation, this is not the game for you. You're going to want to avoid this. This game doesn't really have much of a single player mode. Now, I'm going to show you some of the more beautiful stuff in this game. The stuff that you can actually, some of the neater stuff that you can play in the game. I thought this town it's a Christmas town. And I know it's not the season for that, but I was very impressed by the design of it all. And I'll show you something a little else, a little funner, a little more chaotic here in a second here. And their game's graphics are very well done. Musically, the game, I never really stopped and said, ooh, I like the music. But you can, from what I understand, you can add your own music to the game, whatever style you like. So there we are. There's my character. And this is the town that I am in currently. And there is a Santa Claus over there. I guess he's doing stuff. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking presents! And your job is to go ahead and destroy all the presents, basically. But as you can see, the game is just very beautiful. You can make actually quite, for Legos, it's really cool looking, actually. I think this town's really cool looking anyways. It's a Christmas town, for God's sakes. Who doesn't like Christmas? And the town is decorated pretty much from street to street. Light posts, telephone poles, you name it pretty much. And every building you see you can walk into, you can enter and explore fully. And it has its own environment and its own design, I guess you could say. This is obviously some sort of a bookstore, if I had to guess. And I don't know what the hell that is. That's a phone. Okay, that's a phone. As you can see, just everything's interactable for the most part. You can enter the buildings from any directions. There's back alleyways. This game mode, you're charged with destroying presents. I don't really know how to do that. I tried to figure that out. I couldn't figure out how to do it. But yeah, you basically find presents around town. You pick them up, and you're supposed to destroy them in some fashion and form. I don't really know how, though. I guess maybe you just throw them over the edge of town. I have no idea. So yeah, basically, as you can see, the town's design is very well done. There's several kinds of bricks and blocks to manipulate and change into whatever shape you want. I mean, there's a dumpster, for God's sakes. Is the dumpster interactable? No, it's not. But it doesn't mean it can't be made interactable with a wrench tool. You can change its properties and make it more interactable if you want it to be like a trash can type of thing. And this is just one aspect of the game. The American flag over there, nice. One thing I don't know is if it allows you to import your own skins for designs. That is one thing I don't know. Like, if you didn't necessarily want anything to be one solid color, you wanted to have some sort of a pattern. I don't know if you can do that. I think you might be able to, because the game allows you to upload music, for God's sake. So I don't see why it wouldn't allow you to go ahead and upload your own designs. But that's something you could find out if you're interested in that aspect of the game, that creation aspect of the game, that is. So yeah, just walking around town, showing you things. I want to show you something else, though. Again, taking a screenshot for no reason. Aside from that, there's go-karts, like I said, and there's also like a rampage mode, which is where I kind of had fun here with the single player mode. I tried some of the multiplayer stuff, and to be honest with you, the multiplayer mode, even though I'm not showing it off today, is very easy. You can just click, connect, you download. It takes about, depending on your internet speed and the ping and all that, it could take from anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes, depending on the depth and how large the map is that you're downloading. So here it is. It's kind of like a smash mode where you're basically all you're charged to do is just destroy everything your way, which is rather entertaining. And I can imagine actually playing this with other people would be kind of fun for sure. And yeah, you basically every time you destroy things, you get points. And what I love about this is eventually after you destroy enough things, you grow and you can destroy more and more and more with almost a single click of your little dude here and smash things like this. But like I said, it's kind of a Lego game, guys. So if you're not into that design, you're not into that aesthetic, you're not into that kind of creation, if you didn't like Legos as a kid, period end, you're not going to really dig this game. Because that's essentially what you're looking at. It's a creator. It's a Lego game. It's you build what you want, and you can create almost anything virtually you want in your imagination. You're only limited by your imagination with this game. Let me go over here. I'm going to destroy a more bigger building here. Destroy! Roar! And I have to say, I love Lego games. So this game for me is rather neat. I think it's very entertaining. I think once you learn to manipulate the environment, the tools, and all that, the game gets really, really intense and really neat. Especially once you start learning how to script things and that kind of thing. So yeah, let's keep smashing stuff here. As you can see, in third person view, every time I kind of destroy stuff, I'm going to keep getting bigger and bigger here. And that's how I think you can enter third person view, which is kind of neat. I like that. And the game's controls, while they can be kind of... I'm not gonna lie, they can be kind of an interesting thing to learn, because they're just, the controls are all very different for depending on what it is you want to do. If you want to build something, there's controls for that. If you want to drive something, there's controls for that. All the controls can be there's different controls for just about everything, just about, which can be a little bit daunting to learn at first. But again, that's just a matter of spending time with the game and learning what it is you need to do here. You can crouch, pretty much you can, like I said, it kind of plays like a first-person shooter. That's why I said that. You can add guns to the game. Actually, the first map I played was kind of a zombie map. And basically, someone had programmed these NPC zombies to try to kill players, but you also had to be worried for, it was kind of like a DayZ type of thing, I guess you could say. They programmed the zombies to try to kill players, but you also had to be worried about the other players in the area because they were also trying to kill you and steal whatever stuff you had. So as you can see, it's just this rampage mode. You just gotta go around smashing stuff. It's meant to be kind of more fun and goofy more than anything like that. It's more just going around smashing stuff. But hey, that's kind of fun too sometimes. Sometimes you want to just smash stuff. You know, I can see this being very stressful even depending on the day. Well, there you go. You just smash stuff and get bigger and bigger. And eventually it's a matter of just kind of trying to get a higher and higher score. And this is just one game mode in all of this. Like I said, there's many, many different types of game modes. From go-karts to role-playing. And like that's another thing, there's a huge role-playing community here. From what I've seen, every time I click here, you'll see that it just says RP. All over the place it says RP. A lot of these guys are obviously role players. So that's another aspect of the game, which is pretty neat. In the end, Blockland is a creator. It's a user-generated game. It's not a single-player game. You could play it by yourself, but you would not get the maximum potential out of this game. There's a lot of customization here. There's a lot of creation involved. If you're not into that type of thing, then it probably isn't for you. I suck at creation, so for me, while this is a fantastic game, it's all very well designed, it's all very well, it looks pretty, and there's a lot of cool stuff here. I'm not sure if this is the type of game I play, because I suck at creation. But if you have a huge imagination and you have a lot of patience and you enjoy playing with your Legos and you want to do that and share it with others and show them what you created, this is definitely the game for you. There you have it. Blockland, all in all, seems like a very solid game and seemingly has infinite possibilities. The only limitation being your own imagination. As far as the community goes, there's plenty of guides and videos that can help you make that perfect tower or Death Star. Which, speaking of Death Star, I never once found a lightsaber or a laser sword of any kind of equivalent. That's kind of a disappointment, but hey, that's just my own thing. Either way, Blockland for sure is a great game and think it will satisfy anyone's need to create a block masterpiece. Or if you want, you can go around and look in awe at others' wonderful block masterpieces of their own. If you enjoyed this review, please click like and subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. And let me know that you enjoy these IndieView videos. As always, we will see you next time. This has been Let's Play Blockland.